YouTube. This is Lisa. I'm back with another ink reveal. I'm going to actually do this with my new, well, I shouldn't say this is new. My sister gave this glass dip pen to me a couple of years ago, and I actually forgot I had it until I got in the previous video the Delight glass nib pen, which I didn't like. I'm actually taking that back to Amazon because it turns out with that one, it had a Moon Man sticker on it, but it was a Delight pen, so there was a little bit of a misrepresentation on what I actually got. And I kept saying Moon Man and Delight, and I was all over the place in that part 2 or part 1 video for the new inks, new paint, new pens, new ink video for 2021. Today I've got 3 new inks. One is a reorder from a sample. I really do prefer utilizing sample sizes of inks because I like to switch out my inks a lot. But in this case, I could not continue to get this one color, which is the Jacques Herbert Vert Alanitide. I love this color, so I'm going to get out my handy dandy pocket Shakespeare, and we're going to swatch into that. Again, I've already got a sample of that. So I'll show you what the writing sample of all these inks look like, because they're absolutely really, really pretty. This one has some shading in it of gold in it, and these two are iridescent ink special editions. I saw these on another YouTuber's channel, Mystery Arts and Crafts, who I've referenced before. Show these. These are from Diamine. You can only get these from Cult of Pen in the UK. It's funny how all my international shipments are actually running faster than the US mail. So I got Maureen, which I thought was absolutely beautiful. They do have 2 or 3 more colors in this line, but I didn't want to go too crazy. And once again, I had to buy the full bottles because there was no way. I couldn't find ink samples for it anywhere, so I had to buy the full bottle. So I picked Robert, which is a very interesting ink, and Maureen, and I'm going to sample that. From Jet Pens, I basically bought a number 2 pencil. Let me do this backwards. Uni Mitsubishi 2H pencil lead holder, which I absolutely love because I don't have to worry about sharpening any pencils. And for travel, this is going to be great because this lead should last a really, really long time. So I bought this, and then I got some replacement leads. And once again, I got these from Jet Pens. So I bought this. That was just a little small haul that I got from Jet Pens. And without further ado, I also bought one other thing for bullet journaling that I wanted to show you guys, which is this really cool stencil that I saw off at Etsy. And I'll put all the links below so that you can see them. Blotting sheets. So this stencil is really, really cool. You can do hexagons, which I think I'm going to use for, or like this, for water tracking, keeping track of certain habits. So I'm going to use this for like habit tracking, basically. So I got this really cool stencil. It is from this shop, Jaden's Apple, on Etsy. I will try to find the link and stick it below and underneath the comments and the introduction text. So without further ado, I am going to now swatch. Let me just make sure I put my stencil back not into that wrapper because I want to trash that. Into the book. All right. And I'm just zipping up the Galen leather portfolio there on the side. And I want to swatch out in my book. Got some water over here to the side. These inks. So this is Robert. Maureen. And you can just look at these. These are just absolutely beautiful. And I don't know if you can see it on the bottom, but they are definitely sheening inks. You'll see that as soon as I open up the cover. The Vert Alanitide, I think I've already swatched it in previous videos, so just let me look through here, because I'm not going to swatch it twice in my book, and I don't want to have it replicate it. Yeah, that's the Vert Alanitide. And I am going to actually redab it because it's not picking up the Go Flex, so I will put some more stuff in there. There's a little bit on this, but it might be really hard for the camera to catch the light and see it. But you'll definitely see it in the paper samples that I'll show you afterwards. So let me just find a blank area in here. And these inks are absolutely gorgeous, but I think I need to put this page down because otherwise it's gonna want to flop open. So let me just grab that. There we go. And I will do, oh, Maureen's absolutely gorgeous. Okay, I need a Q-tip swab to do this. Get those out there. And Robert, and I'm going to bring this up close so that you can see it. So as you can see, this has a green sheen to it, and it's really fascinating because the ink will go with this kind of pink purplish color on the lay down, and then it will turn to that green sheen. And this is the Maureen. And let me tell you, when they shipped these, they put these on really tight, so there was no chance of leakage. And they did a really good job of packaging it. And then with the Maureen, you can see like red on top of the cap there. That's gonna actually show through. So that's how you can kind of tell what's gonna predominate. So without further ado, I actually don't want to write. I'm learning that with, sorry about the shake. I'm learning that with some of these fountain pens, inks, it's not always best to write the name out with that ink. I'm gonna actually do it in a nice multi-fine liner, and so that we can have this. This is Diamine, and they call this Iridesscink. I'm having a hard time spelling this. Erdescink, and this is Maureen. And then there's the Diamine. Just go ahead and give myself space. Iridesscink. My handwriting is terrible today, Robert. Okay. And we're gonna zoom in so that you can see what's going on. Okay, so here's the Maureen. And just trying to move stuff out of the way. If you guys could see my filming area, you would probably laugh because I've got stuff everywhere around me like crazy. Okay. First things first, let's do a swab. And this is Maureen. And when this dries, you'll really see it. That's Maureen. And I'll just use the same one. And this is the Robert. So look at the beautiful red color that it is. And then you will see it change as it dries. Sorry, I had to throw that away. There's nowhere to stick that to like not cause an issue. Move my coffee out of the way so we don't get that confused. And let's dip and write. Okay. And it being a glass nib, it's not going to have any problem keeping up. This one can do kind of fine lines. This ink, I think, is, oops, let me just do another little dip here. Kind of wet, if I remember. Yeah. Okay. Gonna do the Robert next. Yeah, I know. I didn't do them consistently the same. It's all right. It's all good, people. It's all good. It'll all work out in the end. Okay, so that color in the water, when you mix these two together, comes out like a nice purpley color together. But I just really want to show you how these behave and get the sample down into my book. Let me just put this away with the cover cap on it so that it is protected. Put that in there like that. And I don't know where my sister got this from. She's also a fountain pen enthusiast as well, but she bought it for me for Christmas, like I said, a couple of years ago. So I can't tell you anything about the origins of this fountain pen, and I can see Chinese writing on it, so it's probably from someplace in China. Let me just put the water away. All right, let me put the cap away. That is for the Robert. This is for the Maureen. And I actually don't normally get into sheening inks, but these were just too much fun. I'm actually looking forward to like having them dry. I want to show you some samples off of a previous, when I first did the writing on these, just so that you can see what it would look like on two different kinds of paper. So this is a Leuchtturm pocket notebook, 1776, and you can already see some of the sheening properties kind of coming through on this. Let me go back out so that I can like do this like this so you can see it like, hopefully. I'm gonna bring this down into the light, so I'm gonna scooch my camera gear a little further back into some sunlight, and hopefully you guys will be able to see the sheening properties of that. And let me tell you, by the time that that dries, that maroon pink color is gonna almost look green. And so how that ends up looking off of Rhodia paper, I really couldn't get it. Okay, when I did the vertilanitide, which I didn't put a dab into this video, but I'll put it in afterwards. The vertilanitide didn't even show any sheening, and neither did the Diamine Iridesscink from Maureen or Robert on Rhodia paper. But when you look at it on Tomoe River paper, you can really see the sheening. So again, I'm gonna lift my camera up. Let me just go up and it up this way, and hopefully I can show you the sheening properties of that. So you can really see probably more sheening where it looks a little bit more red. There you go, that might be a better way to turn it, and green. So it's really interesting how different paper, and this is where paper really makes a difference, impacts the sheening and the shading of an ink. Even with the Herbert, it's not picking it up very well, but there is some, there you go, some sheening properties of like a little of gold specks there, but you really have to get up close on the Herbert, where you don't have to with these Diamines. You can really see it here in the Robert. It really does make the ink look green. It's almost like getting two inks in one. So I just wanted to like do this big reveal or unboxing and showing you guys the inks that I got and a little bit of some other miscellaneous items for journaling. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. I want to thank everybody for stopping by. Also, I'm going to have to take a little bit of a hiatus. I've got to do some family commitments that are going to pull me away probably for the next month, so I won't be able to post in February at all. Maybe at the end of the month, but probably won't have anything up on my channel for a little bit. So I'm going to be stepping away to take care of that. I hope everybody is healthy and safe, and in the interim, take care, and thank you for stopping by and supporting my channel. Appreciate it. Bye.